Here is an overview of the new electronic application being used for our non-instructional evaluations. This video is for department heads, so if you're watching, you are likely a principal, director, or above. First of all, non-instructional employees are any employees in the following groups: FPSU, SEIU, ASOP, confidential, or miscellaneous. As an overview, on the right-hand side you see the 0088 form, which has traditionally been completed on paper. We will be using a new electronic application to complete the evaluation. We will no longer be using the paper form. The form is not having any changes made to the language, criteria, or rules. And finally, the due date for these evaluations is June 18th, 2021. Here are some key features of this new electronic process. Everyone will have access to it through a district portal tile. It will be adaptable to computers, tablets, and smartphones. You will not have to type employee information into the form. It will autofill. And there will be some flexible routing so that the form can be sent for people to review. Because the form is being completed electronically, it will automatically be sent to Human Resources to go to the employee's district personnel files. And finally, once the evaluation is completed, both the employee and the supervisors in the chain of command will have access to view, download, and print a copy. Let's look at some of the roles here in this evaluation process. First of all, you have the department head, which is likely you, and in your role you have the ability to assign supervisors as evaluators. You have also the ability to assign employees to those evaluators. You can create evaluations and you can evaluate employees. And then finally, you can monitor your school or department as they complete these. Your key feature is that you must assign your supervisors as evaluators if you intend to have other people evaluate employees besides yourself. Let's look at the evaluator role. This will likely be an assistant principal, a manager, or another non-instructional position that acts as a supervisor. As an evaluator, if you assign this role out to those employees, they will have the ability to create evaluations and evaluate employees, as well as monitor the completion of their evaluations. They have a key feature in that they can sign an employee evaluation before sending it to you, the department head, for final signature. For the employee, this is any non-instructional employee, they have the ability to view their evaluation and sign. A reviewer, this is a role that could be an employee in your school or department or even outside that would need to review the evaluation to provide some additional input or feedback. And when they do that, they are providing some comments. They do not have the ability to evaluate or change ratings. And finally, there is a witness role. If an employee declines to sign the evaluation can be routed to a witness that has the ability to review and sign. Let's look at the overall process flow here. This may not be exactly how your school or department will do it, but in general, the first step that needs to happen is that the department head will identify any additional evaluators besides themselves, and they will assign out who those evaluators are. Next is finding those employees to evaluate. The employees will be listed in the application, and so either the department head can assign those employees to the evaluators, or the evaluators themselves can find the employees. And either way, evaluations will be created, and both those groups, supervisors acting as evaluators or the department heads, can create and rate employees. And once they do that and they have completed the evaluation, it will be sent to the employee for a signature. The employee has the ability then to review and sign, and if the employee declines to sign, it can be sent to a witness. Let's just say after the employee signs, the evaluator will sign. Now that evaluator may be a supervisor who was conducting the evaluation, or that may be the department head, which would be at the next step. But the note here is that if there is an evaluator, a supervisory employee that has prepared the evaluation and shared it, they have the ability to sign. So you may want to think about, if you are a department head, having that evaluator route the evaluation to you so you can review it before they share it with the employee for the employee's signature. Once the employee signs the evaluation, it is locked for editing. After an evaluation has been signed by the employee and a possible evaluator, it goes to the department head for final signature. And once the department head puts their signature on, that evaluation is then sent over to the district personnel files for those employees. So again, let's look at those signature lines. The order for signatures that will take place is once the evaluation is shared with the employee on line number 1 will sign. Following that, if there is an evaluator that was involved, they would sign. And then it would then come to the principal, director, department head to put the final signature on the evaluation. So just to summarize the key setup steps for you as the department head, the first thing you'll have to do, seen on the right-hand side of the screen here, is that you will have to identify evaluators. So again, you will be granting access to these supervisors in your school or department so that they have the ability to evaluate. And there is a quick video to show you how to do that. After that, you can decide to assign employees to them or allow them to find employees to evaluate. And then following that, you and your evaluators / supervisors have the ability to now create evaluations.